Welcome to the Supreme Hustle Experience. Hi, my name is Terrence and I am your Supreme Hustler. Today I want to talk about unlocking the potential passion that you have inside of you. A lot of us today, we are focused on finding our purpose. And in order for you to actually walk inside your purpose, you're going to have to develop a passion for it. Now, if you would just break down the definition of the word passion, you will find out that it means to suffer. And that's something that a lot of us kind of look at as a negative thing. But the reality of it is, when you're willing to suffer for something, you're willing to put your all into it. Well, before you can get to passion, there has to first be desire. You have to first want to do it. And what I always tell people, especially my learners, I teach them by saying that desire is what gets you started, but it's passion that keeps you going. Because it's going to come a time where you're not going to want to continue. There's going to be times where you're going to want to quit and give up and throw in the towel. But it's something about that passion that causes you to just keep digging in and keep moving forward. One of the things that I found out in my journey is that when it gets at your lowest point, when it just gets so feel like impossible, and you're able to continue to move forward, you find out that you have what it takes to really make it happen. Some people will call it grit. Some would call it determination. But the reality of it is, it just comes down to the fact that you're wanting and you're willing to get it done. Like right now, we're all starting this YouTube journey and we're all looking at and helping one another. But now, YouTube may not be your passion, but it may be something else that's your passion. And you're using YouTube as a resource that's going to help you facilitate that passion. Well, for me, my focus this year in 2025 is to be able to do the things that I've always had a desire to do. And now that I'm developing a passion for. Because you don't have a passion for it immediately. It's a process. It gets you to a certain point when finally you realize this is something that you really want to do. Whether it is the business that you want to start, whether it's a consulting firm, maybe it's just because you love and enjoy helping people. The reality of it is you have to really come to the conclusion that this is something that I'm willing to suffer for. Sometimes I find that my best ideas come early in the morning or when I'm sleeping. You ever have that dream where all of a sudden you're like, wow, that's it. Or sometimes the solution comes to you at that midnight hour for a problem that has perplexed you all day or maybe for a few days. Then all of a sudden you're sleeping, wake up in the morning refreshed, and boom, you get that aha moment. But it's something in you that won't allow you to quit. It won't allow you to throw in the towel. It's been many a days when I was learning to become a software engineer. And here's a little story. It was when I first started getting into the software realm. It was around 2012 when I started realizing when I was doing a lot of different online marketing type of things, trying to learn how it works and understand how to really leverage it. I started recognizing when I was going to a lot of webinars. Back then, the webinar thing was big. YouTube wasn't like it is right now. People was just starting to really put information out on YouTube. And then when they realized they could get paid to do it, it really started ramping up. But back then, you will have to basically get on these webinars and they'll try to sell you their different programs that they were selling. And some of them were good and some of them wasn't all that great. But one of the things I started to recognize is that the person that they were all relying on was a person that was a software developer. And I realized very quickly that this is something that I needed to learn. I'm self-taught in pretty much a lot of different things in my life. I don't have formal training on a lot of different things. I've always just taken the time to read books and to really try to figure it out. And it was no different when it came time for me to discover how to become a software developer. I had no idea on what to do, where to start. I thought I would have to go back to college for it. And somehow I was able to find some information that was able to help me learn a little bit. But there was so many times where I would be up to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning trying to learn and understand how it worked and understanding how to write code. And it was frustrating. And in the beginning, sometimes I would just leave it alone. I say, I'm done with it. I'm just not smart enough. I'm never going to get it. But it was something in me that just wouldn't allow me to leave it alone. I may go maybe a month and not look at code or try to learn how any type of programming language will work. And then one day I get back into it and then I will immerse myself into it. And that's when I started realizing who I was. I started to understand what my strengths were and I started realizing what my weaknesses were. But as I kept on pushing through it, it came a time where I got an opportunity. One of the things that I realized in life is that you never know when the door is going to open. You never know when you're going to get the right opportunity. And if you're not prepared to walk through that door, it's what we will call a missed opportunity. Well, because I kept on at it, I kept on trying and didn't give up on it, even though I didn't understand it, even though ain't no way I was prepared for being what I became. But because I kept on trying, when that door opened, I was able to walk through it, although I didn't know what I was doing. It took me years to get to the point to where I am now as a software developer. I'm able to teach and train other people, teaching them how to become full stack developers. I have a lot of experience. And so with that same passion that I've learned from learning to become a software developer, I'm applying it to the approach to build this YouTube channel. Because see, the whole focus is not just to build a YouTube channel. What it's doing is teaching me 3 principles. Again, I talk about these principles a lot, and that is consistency, building my confidence, and improving. And by making a video every single day is building up my consistency as I'm working on other things to be able to launch. I am learning how this YouTube thing works as I continue to build my audience, because eventually I'm going to need an audience. So as I'm working on other things, I can work on this simultaneously. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking it one step at a time, which I encourage you to do the same thing, because it's so easy to get so distracted and focused on everything else and not focus on what you're supposed to be doing. And that's why you have to develop that passion, because once you get the passion, no matter how frustrated you get, no matter how you want to throw in the towel, you're going to want to continue. It won't let you quit. And that's why I say find that hidden potential, that passion that lies within you. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video here right now. So much I can talk about on this subject. If you found this channel, I appreciate you. I thank you for watching. Drop a comment. Let me know, how did you find it? Right now, everyone that's connecting with me is finding me because I have commented on other people's video and they have clicked on my handle. But if you found me because you saw my thumbnail, or if you saw my title and you was intrigued, let me know, because right now I'm not getting a lot of views right now, but that's not my focus anyway. My whole focus is to improve. My whole focus is to just keep getting better and better. Right now I'm close to 30 videos and I've learned so much in these last 30 videos. So I'm going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to learn, and maybe I can encourage you to do the same thing. So again, this is the Supreme Hustle Experience. My name is Terrence, your Supreme Hustler, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.